Your next comedian coming to the stage, joining us all the way from where he goes to college, he travels. Please give it up for the very funny Aise O'Neill.
I'm a sophomore at college. I don't have the best social life over there. I remember one time I asked her to go out. And she told me she wanted to think about it. And it's been almost a year now. She must be very thoughtful. I asked the girl out freshman year, and she said no. So I asked her out again this year. And she told me she was glad I asked her out again. She was worried she wasn't clear enough for the first time. I was at a party, and a girl came up to me, and she told me she was incredibly horny, and she'd like to have sex with the first guy she saw. And oh golly, she must have had a gigantic blind spot. I and a girl were walking and talking, and we were getting to know each other. And one of the things I got to know about her is she really likes to walk alone. Now, some men might find that dispiriting, but not me. Because I'm familiar with the expression, you win some and you lose some. And I've already lost quite a bit. So I'm overdue for a win. People ask me, hey Aise, we know you can't get a date, but do you have any friends? And I say, thanks a lot, Mom. I actually do have friends. I called one time to ask her for advice on how to get a date. And she said I needed something to talk to girls about, something we could relate over. So she asked me what my favorite songs were. And I said, my favorite song is the 2008 to present Jeopardy theme song. And my second favorite song is the 2001 to 2008 Jeopardy theme song. Because without that song, you don't have full context for the 2008 to present Jeopardy theme song. Are you all right? She suggested I talk about my favorite movies instead. And I said, well, my favorite movies are Predator, Predator 2, Alien, Alien vs. Predator, and Alien vs. Predator 2. So she hung up on me. I have another friend, we're very close. I texted her one time, I wrote, Stacy, we've known each other for years now, and I feel it's about time for me to tell you something. Stacy, I love you. And she texted back, who are you? Last summer, I became very concerned about the direction our country was headed in. And that's why I decided to make a difference. I volunteered for a reformer who was planning to become president of the Mosquito Control District number 6 for Coachella Valley. It wasn't my first choice for an internship. Most of the presidential campaigns turned me down. The only campaign that expressed any interest was that for Eric Swalwell. The moment I got his letter of interest, I immediately bought the first plane to California. Upon arriving in California, I learned a number of significant things. For instance, I learned that Eric Swalwell was no longer running for president. The locals there weren't surprised that I hadn't heard, because to their knowledge, there had never been a single news story about his presidential campaign. I also learned that due to my poor grades last year in college, I would be unable to continue going to college unless I got an internship. My instructor actually wrote me personally. He wrote, "For God's sake, Aise, just do something." And something I did. That was supposed to be funny. You've been an above-average audience. Thank you.